What's up? Hello. Um, yeah, I'm playing some. I'm gonna be drawing some stuff today, or rendering it in 3D. Had YOVOZOL up there on the screen there. If anyone's interested, those visuals that are on the television back there, he's kind of like an analog visual artist. I'll put a link in the description. Okay, so I'm working on a bunch of animations called they're all related to Neil deGrasse Tyson, and I'm gonna do like a Neil deGrasse Tyson week on my channel or something like that. So basically just making a bunch of Neil deGrasse Tyson stuff, and so I got this Neil deGrasse Tyson ice cream truck that's it needs like a street scene, so that's what I'm gonna be working on. And I just kind of like got a model off, to start with, but I need to like do the sidewalk, and yeah. Oh man, sorry guys, my nose just got like really itchy. Okay. So I don't know, like I like doing the sidewalks. Pretty easy to do in 3D. Just kind of like make a cube and squish it down. Umami, have you met Aaron Long at any con or seen his YouTube series Sublo and Tangy Mustard? I know what you're talking about, and I think he's another Canadian animator, but I don't know if he lives in Canada anymore. And yeah, it's a good, really well. He's a great animator. Like he's like an actual animator. So I never met him. No, I didn't really meet anyone at these conventions. I did a couple of them last year. This year I didn't do any of them. Well, I do know some people at these conventions, but not other YouTube animators. Anyway, so my sidewalk. Now you can see the angle is a little bit off here. Just that. It's not quite square. Maybe come to Brazil. I mean, maybe someday. There's, if I ever submit something in a festival there, maybe. But what's on the shirt? It's just. I think I might have shown you guys this. Went to the Edvard Munch Museum. Monk. Pronounced monk, apparently. But saying Munch my whole life. Okay. What am I doing here? I got my... Let's see here. Yeah, that painting is painted on cardboard. And they only open up the panels to view it certain days and certain times of the day. Bernie, yeah, I don't think so. I think lives in Los Angeles or something like that, I think. I don't know really, honestly. Demosphere, hello. Is there any reason why you chose a Polish name for Henrik? Well, I went to Poland for about a month into 2016. Caroline is Polish, and there's a lot of Canadian Polish immigrants. I just figured it kind of, I didn't really think too much about it. I just thought maybe he'll be Polish and that's his backstory. It kind of brings some other layer of complexity to him that's not just, could have called him John Smith or something, you know, but. Hope you don't mind me asking, will there ever be another Subatomic TV? I don't know, man. What is Subatomic TV? I laugh myself silly every time tourists say munch. Yeah. I mean, munch is just like fun to say, but it's yeah. Hey, do you ever have did you have formal training for music? Crispy? No. Well, I did sort of when I was growing, like when I was like 6 or 7, my parents took me like piano lessons at this neighbor's house, and she's a very good piano teacher, and I played piano for about a year as like a kid, basically. But then I stopped. I remember distinctly they asked me if I wanted to continue, and I said I wasn't enjoying it, which is, you know, unfortunate because I feel like it would have been nice to like continue playing the piano, and then I'd like have technical skills on the keyboard, like being able to play in scales and stuff. But don't. So I didn't do that, and then I went to I had band class. So in Nova Scotia, basically, if you didn't go to band class, they just didn't have a class for you. So you just like kind of sit by yourself in a trailer. That's literally like a classroom trailer, because I mean we had schools and stuff, but they had like not enough space or something. So one of these years we had like an outdoors classroom. It was kind of fun. But so yeah, they basically everyone just went to band class. I remember my friend didn't go, and he just like sat there by himself. I don't know what he did, just drawing pictures or whatever. But they gave me the clarinet, and I honestly I hated playing that thing. So I didn't like how it like vibrated my face. Play the clarinet, I felt like Squidward. This is before Squid. I was like Squidward in real life. So I played that for about a year, and I didn't like it because you get like this like dry tongue. You get the reed in your mouth and shit, and your teeth are vibrating, and yeah, I don't even really like the sounds that a clarinet makes, you know. So then I actually failed band class. I got like 49 or whatever, and I don't think it really mattered. Like, it wasn't like a critical class. Like, if you fail band, I don't think they're gonna hold you back a year. So it wasn't that big of a deal. And then by grade 8, I was just like, you don't. Oh, it was a grade 7. I can't remember, but eventually just stopped. Claudio Cotto for if you want my inspiration stuff, check the description, because I answer that question like all the time, and I can't do it anymore. When will you reveal the identity of the Hamburglar? Well, see, I don't snitch on that sort of thing, so. Are there people in bands who learn guitar chords but know nothing about writing scores? There are people in band who learn about writing guitar chords. Yeah, so you can. I find to be like, you know, yeah, gulp. I just like didn't know how to play the instrument. That's basically it. I mean, I sort of knew, but I didn't care to learn it properly. And no worries, Claudio. Yeah, I wasn't like a really good student. Like I didn't like study and stuff, so But it's true though that a lot of times people that take these kind of classes end up being very good at doing scales and playing other people's music. But then the thing they don't teach you in these classes is to how to write your own music. And so I remember when I was playing the piano and stuff, I'd mess around and try to make my own songs, but like I didn't want to like play the music they were giving us. And same thing with band class. I didn't like playing band music, so it's just unfortunate because I feel like, you know, there wasn't like a music writing class. You know, if there was like a class where like you wrote your own music, I'd probably be all over that. Anyways, so Subatama TV was the multi-day stream hosted by the Minute Hour a couple years back. Oh, right, okay, I know what you're talking about. Sorry, man. I thought you were talking about something like on television. No, I actually remember that. I watched it, I think, when it was live. Do you think there will be another one? I don't know, man. That was, he did a lot of organization for that. That was actually, it was pretty awesome. I remember that. Yeah, it was a huge celebration of indie animation on YouTube and stuff, and actors. And well, I provided my animations to be a part of it. I didn't really help him work on it. But I don't know if he's going to do it again. I mean, that's... I don't know, man. I just feel like YouTube... I don't know, maybe I'm just getting older and stuff, but I don't participate on YouTube as much as I used to, especially like back in the day in 2018 and all that. I used to... Well, I still have a Discord account, channel. I have some cool mods taking care of it, but I don't know what the hell goes on in there anymore. I used to check it, but I don't check it anymore, you know. Mimesis. I'm not really gonna start another channel. I did have a second one there for a few minutes, just kind of uploading random crap to it, but you know, I still have it, and I might, if I really want to upload something that's like non-animation, I'll upload it to that. But nowadays, I'll just make a YouTube short. I made that channel back before YouTube Shorts or like a thing, you know. Anyways, okay, so what am I doing here? So yeah, I got my side block. Let's add a cloner to it. Oops. Oh. I mean, like, I could just draw this. It'd probably take the same amount of time, but I don't know how I want to set the scene up exactly, so I might actually have the truck driving, and so in that case it would be good to have this in 3D. And I put another sidewalk on the other side of the road. Glory Owner, hello. Oops. Hey, Crispy, thank you. Appreciate that. Would you ever paint oil paint? I've done a few oil paintings in the past, and I'm not like a huge fan of using oil because it's kind of a mess, and it takes forever to dry and stuff. But I'm gonna do another oil painting, actually this winter, I think. I want to get back into painting again, so, and I'm gonna do an oil one. I'm going to, I've done, you know, I got some oil paintings in my room here. It's actually another room over there, but I usually mostly use acrylic. Did you import the drawing from Photoshop? This is actually a 3D model, and so what I usually do is take the 3D model and bring it into Photoshop and then draw on top of it. So this is the actual final product. Excuse me. It's Neil deGrasse Tyson, if he was an ice cream truck. Is it too personal to ask about the artwork on your walls? No, John, I could talk to you about that. Let's see. So, I mean, listen, I don't have that much artwork on my walls. I don't recall the artist's name, but that's like, I gotta look that one up. It's a print I bought, you know, kind of like a spontaneous print I bought off of Instagram, and it's a real, like, editioned print, so that's like one of the few pieces of art I own that's like by someone else. On that wall over there is Barry in a poster. That's like obviously something I did. And then there's that hat. I don't know if you can see it, but those two paintings over there are they're artwork I made for the volume 2 of Interface. The vinyls. Actually, there's that one there, the Cerebral Electricities from volume 1, and then the hat one's from volume 2. There's not much else in my room here except this Chinese lantern, flower, and Edvard Munch's Madonna, which I put up on my wall so I can look at some boobs while I draw all day long. That's basically it in my room. Yeah. Okay, what am I doing here? Let's see. Yeah, so let's see. Will you consider doing any meet and greets? I'm going to be in Toronto in November for the Buffer Festival. So if anyone's in Toronto and wants to say hello, I'll be there in person The exact date will be announced later. I don't really do meet and greets because, despite what people think, my channel's like not really that big. So, I mean, I do, like, a lot of people are aware of my channel, but I'm not like, also, you know, I'm not really extroverted in that kind of sense, but I go attend film festivals, and sometimes around the world. I was in Ottawa last week, and I did a talk at the Ottawa Film Festival, Animation Festival. So people could have said hello there, or also I was in Annecy, France for something, and I didn't really like have a meetup time, but if anyone went to the screening, I would have said hello and that sort of thing. 138. I don't really do meetups. Sometimes, like last year, I did those Comic-Con conventions, and so. Okay. So, are you still doing the Neil deGrasse Tyson thing? Yeah, I'm still working on that. That's what I'm working on right now, actually. It's gonna take me like a month to, because I want to get like several videos, and at least I'm trying to get 5. But I mean, I don't know. It's a lot to ask to get like 5 good videos about Neil, you know, one topic. But I've got 3 of them solid that I'm working on now with Carolina and Allie, and so they're coming together. I don't want to ruin them, so I'm not going to like give you any spoilers. I mean, I'm sort of spoiling this, but oops. I think that circle is too big. For like a, what do you call it, a street circle thing? Mimesis, good night. Hammy for real. I think Cinema 4D is like a software that's it's easier to use. Autodesk Maya is like a professional like movie making animation. I mean, you can do that in Cinema 4D too, but I think Cinema 4D is more for like motion design and stuff like that, motion graphics and simple scenes. Has some cool like deformers and that sort of thing, but I think if you get like, you know, if you're really into like serious animation, 3D is Maya, and it's probably more of your, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Any tool you can do what you want, really. It's just a matter of what you know how to use. I haven't watched the new Salad Fingers now, sorry. I know you said you're eventually going to do music full-time and quitting animation, but I hope you reconsider. I know coming up with ideas isn't easy. It's probably not going to be anytime soon, Beck. I'm going to finish what I start, so I'm going to finish Safe Mode, which is probably going to be 14, 16 episodes long. So I'm going to be animating for at least another 2-3 years. But I don't know, like, you know, it's getting harder and harder for me to do as the years go on, you know. I want to spend less time on the computer. It's it's kind of antithetical to being an animator these days. It can't. It's kind of like, and I feel like what I'm trying to say with animation and stuff, like I'm like approaching some sort of finite, limited amount of resources I have in my brain, you know. I'm doing creatively what I want with safe mode and interface, and I enjoy making the bonus videos, but I don't want to be making satirical videos for the rest of my life. I'm making these Neil deGrasse Tyson videos now because they make me laugh and stuff, but I don't know if that's what I want to be doing when I'm like 45, you know? So, realistically, I'm gonna have to stop sometime. The music is kind of more of the thing I'm hoping I'd be able to, you know, switch over to, but that's hard. It's hard enough, you know. I was wearing my Blue Mischief t-shirt this summer. Someone told me, "Hey, nice shirt, man." It might have been you. I gave a confused thumbs up. That was you. Dude. Was that you, man? Was it my Blue Mischief t-shirt? Yeah, it was like Mischief as a ball. Because I remember that day I was like, I looked kind of like homeless, like my hair was all messed up, and I think I might have scared someone in the park. I was just like, "Hey, nice shirt," but I don't know if he like thought I was like making fun of the shirt, or if and then the thumbs up came back, and I was like, "Oh fuck," I wasn't sure what I did there, but yeah, man, that's hilarious, dude. I guess you live in my neighborhood then. Let's see here. I got this circle here, and it's like, I don't know what I want to do here. I gotta see something. What is in the 3D models here? They got like pylons. They got Jersey barriers. I wish they had more built-in 3D models in this Cinema 4D. Steph, probably I'm probably going to be painting. I'm doing paintings. I want to go back into like painting and stuff, you know. It's like these hobbies I have, they kind of come and they go in waves, you know. And I've stopped painting. I used to paint a lot, or sometimes. Anyway, a lot of people switched from comedy to serious drama. Tom Hanks, Peel from Key and Peele. Have you ever considered doing animation constantly sort of squeezing your creative mind dry, so to speak? Yeah, definitely not. My Blender has some like crazy stuff now. I've been watching these like node-based crowd simulators that you can just use to just draw crowds of people and move them around and stuff. There's actually sometimes I do use Blender for that kind of stuff sometimes, and then I export it as a Alembic file, and then I import it into Cinema 4D, which is not ideal. It'd be nice if it was like natively in Cinema 4D, but you can't really beat some of those plugins that Blender has for the price too. You know, sometimes these prices are like $20 or very cheap. cable modem. That's modem. That's cool, man. I appreciate that. I've had many people talk to me about it on the street at random. That's cool, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, there's I don't know. It's weird, like being out in public and somehow people know. Like, actually, I was at I just went to this like coffee shop the other day. And they're at the counter. It's like recognized. And it's you know, I guess. I don't know, I just thought with the animations that wouldn't come through, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, the node-based stuff in Blender is super exciting. I think you can like generate cities and stuff. I saw this one guy generated like a Japanese like neighborhood or whatever, and all the like electricity poles and stuff were in the placed on the sidewalks and all the cables and stuff, and he could change the elevations to the buildings and the streets and stuff, and it was all based on nodes. Very cool stuff. I wish, you know, I can't get into that stuff. I mean, I guess the 3D stuff, it's comes very difficult to me, you know? Like, if you tried watching me animate or try to model in 3D, it's like a friggin' joke. I mean, I could try. You want to see me try to make a pylon right now? Let's give that a go. Hold on. Why? Cannot access license. Oh, that's. Okay, just give me a second, guys. I have to log in. Another thing I love is about Maxon is logging in. Okay, I'm good. Alright, pylon time. I gotta think about it first. I'm gonna make a cone. That should be pretty easy. I can't make a pylon, I got issues, man. Quanda, hello. Like your name. Would you ever allow your music to be used for a book or a movie? What? I don't know. Soundtrack for a book? I don't know how that works, but a movie, of course. I mean, if someone wanted to, I'd be... Yeah. That has never happened. Yeah, so... So in terms of scale, so yeah, this pylon's looking okay. It needs a rectangle base though, right? So I think I did it, guys. I made a pylon. But, you know, it's not really a good pylon because pylons are usually cut off at the top there. So I'm going to make that editable. And actually, hold on, under the height segments. Now I need to go in here and select this top part. That's sort of okay. It's more like, that's usually more like that.
One of the things I used to do, I used to be a therapist.
They got this new feature in Cinema 4D called Thicken, which is pretty damn cool. So you can... That looks exactly how a pylon is, more or less. Maybe a little bit less thick than that. Claudio, yeah, I mean, I'm not very good at 3D, so the fact that it's so simple to use is what I love about it. Saint Fur. I'm a self-taught artist who quit art school 2 times. I was wondering, how are you able to make a living from your different projects? All the best. Well, it's so it's not... What's going on back there? Okay, so for me making a living, it's been a culmination of several years of work. So I started freelancing as a video editor and all that sort of thing, and then slowly got into animation, and then slowly and slowly and slowly things have gotten to a point where now, yes, I can make a living as an artist, but it's because of you guys, really. It's because of the Patreon, you know, and selling merch. So, you know, if it wasn't for having the fan base there, it would be impossible. But I guess that's no different from an artist 200 years ago. You know, back then they would usually have art patrons, whatever, which are like 1 or 2 people that would support them. But in this case, it's several hundred to 1,000 people. So the thing is, like, there's also the music too, so you know that helps. But that's basically how I make a living. It's those 3 different things, and it's just a matter of being able to make something that people would want to support. And I see it on YouTube all the time that people are doing some crazy stuff out there, and completely unrelated to what I do. Different animators, different artists and sorts. You know, if you're either making tutorials or that sort of thing. I don't really have any advice for it though. I just feel that you should make, you know, if you're making art, you should be making the art for yourself first, and if people like it, then it works out for you. But if you are going in with the mindset that you want to be able to support yourself as an artist, then that's kind of a different route, because then you become more like a commercial artist, or you know. And so in my case, I guess the equivalent to that is doing sort of like meme videos. I mean, it's separate from my regular artwork, but that's the meme videos is kind of like what made my channel like popular, you know. And so I wouldn't really be able to enjoy like having a career as an artist had I not made those kind of more commercialized meme videos. So, you know, even if you read about like art, you know, history of art and stuff, artists throughout their lives have had to do certain creative projects that were not necessarily their main focus or the thing that they want to be focusing on the most. But if it's still within the same creative vein, then maybe you can tie the 2 things together. You kind of have to like make something that, if what you're doing as an artist isn't immediately like successful financially, whatever, and you want to make a career from it, you have to kind of like take those talents and apply them in a sort of different way, so that you are able to make a living from it, if that makes any sense. And then when you, on your own time, or, you know, in addition to that, you can do your own 100% artistic sort of thing. L Lord, would you give permission for someone to use your music for a Roblox game? Credit, of course. I don't know what a Roblox game is. I mean, is it like a mod for Roblox? I would, you know, I've been asked to give my music for video games before, and I usually say yes, but with some legal stipulations. You know, it's like, basically you can use it for free or whatever, but if you're making over $10,000 a month, whatever, then the royalty starts to kick in or something like that, because there's some musicians out there that have said yes to giving away their music on certain projects, and the projects, well, so Minecraft is a good example, because who's the musician for that? It's like C418, I think, or something like that. Basically, Minecraft is like a multi-billion-dollar corporation now, and I don't think he got paid anything for that, his music, which is fucked, you know. But that's on him, because he never made an agreement that would, you know, at a certain revenue threshold, it would kick in, which I think a lot of indie game developers would be okay with, because, you know, the expectation is they're going to make money. They're you know, they're probably not thinking, oh, well, it's going to turn into a billion-dollar corporation, though. In that case, you know, yeah, you don't want to be in that situation. That being said, though, a lot of, you know, well, I'll just leave it at that. Claudio Cotto, will there be a VHS copy of Interface? Yes, man. Actually, I've been selling them. I've been selling them for like about a year and a half. So if you go to my merch site, you can find them there. I have to order a new batch of them, and there's like 5% of them that are fucked up, and so like, and there's no way I can like test them all. So if you know, if anyone gets a tape and it's like messed up, just send me an email. I'll send you a new one. It happens once in a while, because, you know, the technology to make them in bulk like that is like ancient. Anyway, hold on. Okay. Will there be a VHS copy of Safe Mode? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, there will be, but when Safe Mode is finished, which will be, you know, probably years from now. I don't actually get much work done when I'm animating like this, while live streaming. So, in case anyone's wondering, I don't. Okay, and then there's probably like I need to. I think there's a way. It's cube. Select the top row. If I go like this, bevel. Sometimes you want that, but actually, you know what? This is probably a mistake. I shouldn't put that bevel on there, because it's going to be outlined in black, and that bevel's not even going to show up, and if anything, it's just going to make the bevel look really thick, or the outline look really thick. So Christian Kramer, the character voiced by Flying Lotus looks like a Roblox character. Yeah, he's supposed to be a ghost. He's just like a geometric ghost, I guess. I don't know. Sean Lynch, have you worked with Adult Swim? I've made four kind of Adult Swim smalls. They have smalls. You guys seen those Adult Swim smalls? I made them like 2018, like a while ago, like before the pandemic. And they're about a minute long each. So if you type in like Adult Swim smalls uʻmɑːmi, I think they'll show up. They're mischief animations, and they're on my channel too, so you can probably find them. But just sometimes they license my animations too, so I'm still in talks with them. You know, they're pretty cool people. So they just, you know, sometimes they license something I already made, and basically it just goes on television. Need to get my cube. Why is my cube? Oh, I added keyframes to the cube. Okay, sorry. Cone. I think it would be nice to put cones around this hole in the ground. Oh, and also to see, this is all fucked up. Like, I don't even have a floor. Like, I'm not doing this properly. I'm kind of rushing. But, hey, the Adonis, what's up, dude? The animation's going. It's going very slowly. Has Canada gotten colder this month? No, man. It's been like hot as hell. Like been like summer weather out there. And I really don't like it. It's not been pumpkin spice latte, crisp scarf weather like it should be. It's been like friggin' 400 degrees, like I'm sweating in my sleep, and I put the air conditioning unit away early, so I don't know what's going on out there. I just want my disk to be selected, and it will not allow me to select. 77. I just got your interface mega bundle. It's the first time of me ever buying merch. Thanks for everything, man. I will be going now. Hey, Claudio, well, appreciate that. Thank you. And if you ever have problems with your tape, just let me know. And should be fine, though. Been so hot in here, Chicago, too. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. Okay, let's see here. That's my cones, which are gonna look really nice with the ice cream cone. I kind of like the aesthetics of this composition because we got cones and planets and circles, and then Neil deGrasse Tyson, but then also cones and circles over here too. So I'm gonna get rid of this cube truck now, and I'm gonna just render that out and just Are you using an iMac or a MacBook Pro? I'm using a Mac Studio. and yeah, it is a pretty powerful mic studio because I upgraded recently, and this rendering in real time is using Autodesk Arnold, which is a CPU-based rendering thing, and the new CPUs in the Mac Studios are like crazy. So it does render things very quickly. I mean, this is like a very simple shot. There's like it's just cubes and cones and circles. It shouldn't take very long to render, even on a small computer, or they're basically instantaneous though. Okay, so I got my truck, which is probably gonna go like this. Whoop, boop, boop, boop. Now that I got the truck in here, I can see that there's maybe a bit of an issue where there being too many cones in the background. So. Was that your face you used to model animate the bartender's masks? Yes, it was my face. There's I use this like thing that like scans your face, and it like scanned my my face. Obviously, it looks like the nose. I got this giant nose and stuff, and it is a pretty good likeness. Hey, Sid. Thank you for that. That's funny, man. Snup Synth channel. Hey, that's cool, man. What kind of synths are you into, dude? I'm gonna put like a ladder in the background. You know, I don't know if you guys noticed, but usually my sidewalks are pink. V341, thank you for that. How do I make a career being an independent animator? I'm telling you, man. Someone just asked me that a while ago. It's what worked for me will maybe not work for everyone, and you know, you kind of have to find windows of opportunities. And so I identified back in 2017 and 2018 that there was a lack of quality memes. I was watching a lot of YouTube channels that make like meme videos, but they were like low effort, you know what I mean? But I mean, I didn't like, when I started the channel, I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna make this my career. You know, I was just kind of messing around. And then it eventually became my career, so. My advice is make something that people will pay to see more of. And so that's, not really great advice, because doing that is not something you can just be like, oh, okay, well, I'll just make something that people want to, you know, it's not easy. So, but that's really what it comes down to, you know. If you're gonna be an artist, that's basically what your job is to make stuff people want to see. Unless you're a Canadian artist and you just apply for government grants, and the government gives you $100,000, and it doesn't actually matter if you sell your work or not. Plenty of those in Canada. Yeah, this whole, I don't know if any of you guys know, but I was going on about Bill C-11 for about about last year. I was going on about it a lot, and to the point where I was speaking about it, like, publicly at the Canadian government, stuff like that, Senate and all that. And now everyone on the internet is talking about Bill C-11, and Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, and it's talking about how they're going to be regulating podcasts in Canada. I don't know how that works exactly. They want the information. This is all coming out from Bill C-11. It's regulation of the internet and online creators. I honestly stopped thinking about it because it made me so angry. But I don't know. I don't know what to do, Bill. Just keep making art, I guess. Kawaii K5000s. Moog Matriarch just got one. Moog. Is it Moog or Moog? That's cool, man. Kawaii K5000s. I don't know what the Kawaii. Honestly, you know, let's see. Interesting. No, I don't know much about that one, but I only have one synth, you know, and I feel like I can get the most out of just using one tool. I will try to get the most out of that. So it would be cool to get a drum synth, or something that specializes in drums, which I've been trying to, you know, I don't think the Hydrasynth is the greatest for that. But I love using the Hydrasynth. It's really fun. It's really easy to make patches and stuff. It's also really easy to make, like, not good sounding patches. Like, it gives you a lot of options. It's got like all these, like, what they call mutators, whatever, and stuff, which are basically things that mess up the sine waves or the waves that you use. And sometimes I just find that less is more, and honestly. It's got this cool button on here, the random button, which it like randomizes every single setting, and you can get some pretty bad sounds out of it, but once in a while you get something like really kind of unique sounding, and will there be more Burgers Are lore? Probably not, man. I kind of moved on from doing those McDonald's videos. Because especially now that, like, McDonald's has realized that they can use their mascots in memeable ways, Like when I was making those videos, McDonald's was making those lame ass commercials of people like dancing and singing on the streets and stuff with French fries, and they hadn't used their mascots in like over 10, 12 years. Now you can see on Twitter they're doing all this like purple grimace shake shit and all that stuff, and I'm like, I'm definitely not going to be making more McDonald's videos now because that's basically just giving them free advertising. You know what I mean? If it's kind of like if they you know if I'm gonna make another McDonald's video, it's gonna be like sanctioned by McDonald's themselves, so that I can get paid for it. Because otherwise, I feel like I'm just making commercials for them. I don't know why. Oh, that's why. Morgan, hello. How's Vancouver? I don't know because I don't live in Vancouver. There's a Nord drum brain that looks really fun. It's kind of expensive though. Yeah, that's the thing about synth stuff, man. Though you can get some drum synths that aren't that expensive, but I haven't heard about the Nord one though. The Hydrasynth, yeah, harsh timbres. It can be some harsh, you know, it can be kind of brittle sounding at times, which I've been able to mitigate just by EQing it in post or adding some subtle kind of tape saturation to it or whatever. I have an 8-track, what do I call it, a 4-track tape machine right here, and sometimes I run my music through it just to kind of make it sound worse, if that makes any sense. It just kind of makes it sound like less precise, and it adds a bunch of artifacts and shit to it. Sometimes it's kind of cool. I don't know. There's also like on the Hydrasynth, I don't know how much time you had spending in the store playing with it, but there's if I were to turn it on, there's a well, actually, you know what? Why don't I just like demonstrate right now? Hold on. Okay, so can you hear that? Alright, so if I were to initialize a patch, that's just okay, so that's just an initialized patch of a sawtooth wave on the Hydrasynth. And but you can do a few things here. Well, I don't know if you can see this. You can see the wave on the Hydrasynth there. Now, it's got this thing called analog FL, and if you turn that up, the wave sounds a little bit different. I mean, I would not usually have it that high. I don't exactly know what it's doing there, but it kind of like it emulates like an analog synth, and so it sounds a little bit less precise and a little bit less, I guess, brittle. So if I were to turn this down, so usually I have it like 15 or 20. It's like you can barely hear the, you know. If I had it like 90, 44. So if I keep it at like 57 or 54. And then there's another thing here called warm mode, and I don't really know what that. It's just like applying an EQ to it, like a boosting the mids, lows. Can you hear the difference? Okay, this is on. This is with it off. On. It just sounds like they just boosted just the low end just a little bit. So, I don't know. And then there's other things you can do, like, you know, they got this new feature that they added with the latest firmware called Voice Mod Edit. And so basically what that means is there's 8 different voices, and if you were to, in the mod matrix here, set the setting for voice mod to, you can set it to any parameter you want, like the oscillators, the pitches, and the mutants and all that stuff, but just to demonstrate, I'll set it to oscillator 1 pitch. So now if I press C, and rotate, so that's like an extreme version of that, but basically every time I press C, middle C, it sounds slightly different. The pitch is just a little bit warbly, you know? And so I probably would not have it set to that extreme. Probably set it more to like something like that. So it's very subtle, but then, you know, and then if you were to so add the filter cutoff, you know, and you put your envelopes on. There's other things we can do here. And if you drive it a bit, what's going on there? must have messed something up. But it can sound like less digital than, even though it is a digital synth, it can sound, you can do things to it so that it's not like a perfect sound effect, perfect waveform all the time. Some of the patches I made, most of the patches I make are pretty digital sounding, to be honest. Here's one I made. There's another one. This is just really simple patch. It was just, this was a cool one I made recently. I've been using it in some tracks that, well, actually, I'm having a track mastered right now, and I'm going to release it probably next week, and it makes use of this patch. I don't know what I should call that one. It kind of sounds like a toad, like a frog croak or something. This one I made us. Another one. This one I made, it's kind of cool. I used this in the Animator Creata, the kind of the track with the guitar in it, the electric guitar. So if you were to like layer that in, match up the tempo with like an electronic track, that sounds pretty cool. I made this one specifically for safe mode. Then there's also this, I made this sound effect for the finale of Interface. You know how like the baby, like the robot thing is like running around and stuff? Like screaming and stuff. So basically I wanted like a digital sound effect of a screaming robotic sound. So those are the ones I made. I made some other ones too. They're not as good though. But then it just like comes with like tons of patches, which are fun to use. It's really nice ones. I really like that one, and well, this one's like very simple, but anyway. Safe mode. What is safe mode? Safe mode is the new web series I've been making. So it's on my YouTube channel. You can just go find them. Episode 1. I made 6 episodes so far. The only thing that's kind of limiting about this is that I think it only has like 8 voices. So if you were to hold a note down to like sustain it like this, and if you were to keep playing until you surpass 8 voices, you won't hear this first note anymore. So I think you can get the Hydrasynth deluxe version, whatever. It's like extra long, and it has 2 engines in it. I think it goes up to 16 voices. At that point, you don't really hear what I'm talking about. But it's not really a big deal. But like if you're making like a song that's like a solo synth song or something, sometimes you can hear it. And the way you can mitigate that is to just break up your song. Like if you record the MIDI notes to the DAW, whatever, you can just you can record it twice. Like have like you can break up the notes so that like some of them, the high pitched notes are separated. You know. Like this note right here. You won't hear it after I play 9 notes up here. See, it cuts off, which I guess you just have to be aware of that when you're playing it. And honestly, I don't even think about it. Like, if it cuts off, I'm just like, that's cool. That's just the way it is. That's just the way the synth sounds, you know? It's also cool. It's got this. I like how it has these microtonal modes to it. So if I wanted to play in 1/4 tone modes, I could, which sounds kind of really weird. So you could make like compositions that are outside of the standard 12 notes. It's really difficult to do though because it doesn't sound good usually. So I've made a few songs that were like that. I don't, and then there's all these like microtonal modes like Bellephon W Africa. I don't know what that means. Like I don't know what that is. They're just like really weird scales that are never really used that often in Western music. You kind of have to be careful which notes you use. Otherwise, it's going to start to sound kind of weird. I don't know what exactly Greek aeolic minor. I guess it's just another term for minor. Like, I don't know what's Greek about it. Oh, that's the resonance making that weird sound there? So, the thing that's cool is you can set an LFO to like literally anything. I'm pretty sure I could set an LFO to the resonance. So I'm going to set LFO 4. It's a pretty complicated patch actually. LFO 4 to, oops, let's try that again. Resonance, filter 1, resonance. Well, filter LFO 4 was being used by something else. You get all these different sine waves for the LFO too. then there's different modes like poly mode. Anyway, I can go on forever. Microtonal writing is very difficult. I find constraining them into strings and changing those strings by using inversion, retrograde, and retrograde inversion help keep things sane. The Waldorf Q intuitive modulation matrix. Interesting. Yeah, I've heard about the Waldorf. Mostly, I haven't heard about the Waldorf Q though, but ever seen some synth demos by X6 with on YouTube? I don't know if I might have. I don't actually like. There's not a lot of like YouTubers like. I probably have because I watch a lot of synth videos. But no, I have not seen this guy's synth videos, so I'll subscribe to him. And thank you for the recommendation. I'll check him out because it looks like he's got some Hydrasynth patches and stuff. That's cool. Yeah, so someone released this patch bank from, I don't know what it was exactly, who, but if you just Google it on YouTube, I'm sure you'll find it. But someone made a patch bank of boards of Canada, like, and some of the sounds really do sound like something boards of Canada would make, especially, well, it almost sounds like exactly like them. Whoever made this patch, they put a lot of noise into them, which you can just click on the ring noise button and remove it. Because Boards of Canada has a lot of like noise in their stuff, but in my opinion, if you're gonna try to like emulate them, whatever, don't put the noise in the patch. Just make your song like it's in the patch right now. But you can just like finish it on tape or whatever, like export it to tape, or you can just bring in noise afterwards. That way, I find that it's you can't really remove the noise, is what I'm saying. So sometimes it sounds cool though. There's a lot of them. They made a whole bunch of them. So there's like this one. I don't know if it really sounds like anything I've heard Boards of Canada wise. That doesn't scream Boards of Canada to me, but then there's also Canada Lead, which kind of sounds. They're kind of like the patches are weird. Like they'll clip sometimes, and I noticed that whoever made these, they do a lot of extreme stuff with the EQ, which is probably making the level sound very low, and probably to make it kind of like give it like a lo-fi kind of texture to it or whatever. But it's just something to be aware of. They're really well made though, and some of them are extremely like, I don't know, they just sound almost too good because you don't really want to use them if they sound exactly like Boards of Canada, because then you're just kind of like making music that kind of sounds like Boards of Canada, which, I mean, a lot of my music, you know, I'm influenced them, but I don't necessarily want to emulate exactly how they sound. You know what I mean? I don't think anyone. Well, maybe I guess if you want to try to do that, but I don't want you like you shouldn't like listen to this track and be like, oh, his Boards of Canada made this. I need to like look at the person's name and it's like not them. You know what I mean? It's like. But I think like Boards of Canada, like it's not just the patches. You can It's really hard to emulate them because their music has so many layers of like samples and drum beats that you can't. I mean, the patches. I mean, you can sort of get there, but there's that's just like maybe 15% of it. Yeah, so those television, whoever's asking about those, there's a visual artist, analog visual artist, goes by the name of YOVOZOL. I think that's how you pronounce it, and the links are in the description. He sells VHS tapes. If you're interested. Landon, hello. Yeah, all these patches are kind of like from the Boards of Canada patch bank that I purchased off of Gumroad, I think it was. I don't know where the link is, but if you just Google it, I'm sure you can find it. Anyways, I think I'm about to go to sleep, so I want to say thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. But I'm gonna call it quits, and I'm gonna work on these Neil deGrasse Tyson videos that I've been working on. And it's gonna take me a while to get them out there because well, there's many things happening this month. But stay tuned. You know, hopefully I'll have like at least 5. I want to have 5 Neil deGrasse Tyson videos, and I'll release them all like one day after the other. So that'd be kind of fun. All right, everyone. Thanks again for hanging out. I'll catch you all next time. Good night.